Welcome back to Cavuto Coast to Coast. I'm Charles Payne in for Neil Cavuto. And Donald Trump, well, sticking to the script last night, reading from a teleprompter.
I'm going to be your champion. I'm going to be America's champion. Because, you see, this election isn't about Republican or Democrat. It's about who runs this country, the special interests or the people, and I mean the American people.
So is this a sign that he's focused for November? To former Reagan economic advisor Art Laffer. Art, were you one of the folks who wanted Donald Trump to use the teleprompter, or do you think he's better without it?
I really don't know. Sometimes he's great without it, and sometimes he's great with it. It depends on the occasion, and I thought last night was terrific.
What about last night that made you really feel so good about?
Well, I think that he's won. He's in the campaign. He's in the race with Hillary. I think that what we should run on is economics. Economics 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got a great economics plan. I think that's the way he should sell it. 25% max income tax rate. I mean, that's fantastic. A 15% corporate tax rate. Get rid of the death tax. Get rid of the alternative minimum tax. I mean, he has got a plan there that just won't stop making America prosperous and great. And that's what we all need. I mean, we really need to get America going and growing again, as Kennedy said. It's really time to get the prosperity back, and I think he's the guy who can do it. Charles, I think he is.
You've spent time, though, with Donald Trump, too, right? You've been able to add some suggestions as well, right?
Not really. I mean, yeah, I've spent a little time with him and all that, but, I mean, Larry Kudlow and Steve Moore are spending a lot more time with him than I am, but they're my closest friends and protégés.
Yeah.
And when they're with him, they're the best ever, and I can't imagine adding much more than they would to the conversation.
There's no doubt those are two of the best out there when it comes to,
to
promoting free market capitalism.
You got
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, a ladder of success. You know, we just had the CEO of Dave & Buster's. The stock's at an all-time high right now, and he talked about how many people started there working on the burger grill and now own 5 or 10 stores. You know, it's just absolutely amazing.
It's wonderful.
And I guess this is what we need to articulate. Like, it doesn't matter. You know, I listened to Hillary last night, and I felt like I lived in the most unfair country in the world, and the only way I could survive is if government was sending checks to my house on a bi-weekly basis.
Oh, God, isn't it terrible, though? I mean, I don't see how she wins. I mean, I think Donald Trump is going to win 45 states or maybe even more. I mean, her message is just so off-key right now. I mean, she wants to give people who don't deserve all the freebies they're getting right now more freebies, all these college students and stuff. She wants to raise taxes on people who are already taxed.
Art, I mean, you kind of answered your own question, though. I mean, listen, if she's giving away the store, if all I had to do is go and pull a lever and I could go back home and eat Cheetos for the next 4 years, what's going to stop me from doing that?
Because no one will produce the Cheetos and you'll starve to death. That's what will happen. I mean, that's what always happens. We've so overtaxed the rich people. We've got huge fiscal problems because we don't have enough rich people. We have way too many poor people and not enough rich people. We've got to make the poor rich, not to make the rich poor. You've got to balance up, not down, just the way Kennedy did, just the way Reagan did. That's the answer, is to create. You can't love jobs, Charles, and hate job creators. And that's what these people are doing. They're just hating job creators. And, you know, if I disagreed with your previous guest, Schaffer, it was, you know, if America's not the right place to have your business, get it the heck out. I left California. I love California, but when they want to tax the last drop of blood in my veins, I got out and moved to Nashville. And I'm really happy here in Nashville. It's wonderful here.
And that is an area, though, where maybe Donald Trump might tweak his message, because right now he's upset at companies like Carrier and Ford. But one of the challenges I put out to a lot of potential voters is like, listen, if you think it's unpatriotic for Ford to go down there where there's at least another dozen of their rivals, are you going to pay an extra $1,800 for a car? If you're willing to take that patriotic pledge yourself,
of course not.
Isn't the truth that we need to get rid of these regulations and these fees and these taxes? I mean, I don't think as many companies would even consider leaving.
Yeah, but that's what Donald Trump is saying, what I hear him saying. A 15% corporate tax, who's going to do an inversion when we have a 15% corporate tax? No one. They're going to be inverting back into the United States. They'll bring all that money back with a 15% tax. He won't have to worry about companies leaving. You know, at that rate, then you start worrying. But, you know, frankly, I think that's the solution. America should be attractive to producers and income earners, not income earners, and should make America attractive by giving up all their freedoms and all their wealth to this great state. It's really the other way around. The Americans should serve us, not us serve America.
All right, he doesn't have to win 45 states, but there's a whole lot of people who want prosperity to come back, hoping he'll win the majority. Thanks a lot.
In our first election, we won 44.
That's true. All right,
Thanks,
buddy.
Charles.
We'll talk to you again real soon.